Hello, everyone, and welcome to the podcast for animal protection. My name is Anagha, and I love animals a lot. A few years ago, I raised 80,000 rupees for the Humane Society of India, and now I'm working to support the Wildlife SOS in their endeavors of rescuing the animals of India. This podcast is going to be targeting many different pressing issues regarding wildlife in each episode, and I hope you like it. To start off, I would like to talk a little bit about our topic for today, deforestation. Animals all over the world are stripped of their basic rights thanks to human wants and greed. Trees are one of them. A single tree is said to provide housing for almost 1,000 animals of different shapes and sizes, all of them sharing the same importance. It's their role either to make or to break an entire ecosystem. For today's episode, I have a few of my friends here who would like to share their opinions on our topic. So without further ado, let's begin. Firstly, I would like to invite my friend Arya, who is currently working on a series of animated videos on animal rights and cruelty. She is a person who is very passionate about the lives of animals, and she was eager to share her opinion with us today. So welcome Arya to the podcast for animal protection.
Thank you for inviting me here today. It's an honor to be here.
So to start off, what do you think is the importance of trees in an animal's life?
A tree to an animal is a source of food and shelter which is imperative for their survival. Trees also happen to be imperative for us as they provide us with oxygen and reduce the levels of carbon emissions in the atmosphere. To many animals, a tree is their only home. Millions of trees are cut down every year for the mass production of paper and other utilities like wooden furniture.
Very true. And how do you think humans are responsible to this or related to what's happening right now?
Trees are also cut down to make way for better infrastructure and urbanization. People around the world are not mindful or aware about how much paper they waste per day, which could have been instead been recycled and used again. India, for example, uses 13 million tons of paper and only recycles 30% of it. It means 9,100,000 tons of paper is wasted per year in India alone.
Thank you so much, Arya. I completely agree with everything you have just mentioned. And I believe we do need to reduce our greed. Now, we have Manal Shamsuddin. Manal is the founder of Sportology, a recently established NGO that primarily focuses on sports and psychology. They support athletes who are mentally unwell. To learn more about them, you can visit her podcast, the Sportology Podcast. Welcome, Manal. Thank you for coming here today. The first question I have for you is, in your opinion, what can humans do to encourage the act against deforestation?
Hi, I'm Manal. And to practice the act against deforestation, we could practice the 3 R's. The 3 R's are an acronym for the principles of waste reduction, resource reuse, and product recycling. To the limit quantity of trash produced, one might choose to use items carefully. Reducing the quantity of garbage we generate is made easier by following the 3 R's of reduce, reuse, and recycle. They preserve energy, landfill space, and natural resources. Additionally, communities need less space and money to dispose of garbage in landfills when they follow the 3 R's. Another initiative people could take is report illegal logging. And don't buy products containing palm oil. What's wrong with palm oil exactly? That it's the habitat of already threatened species like the orangutan, pygmy elephant, and the Sumatran rhino is being destroyed as a result of palm oil deforestation in some of the world's most biodiverse forests.
Thank you. And yes, I do agree that practicing the 3 R's can result in a positive impact on the world. I now introduce Riya Chopra, founder of the My Body Project, also a growing NGO that is dedicated to mental illness called eating disorders. I welcome her to share her opinions on the idea of animal control and animal welfare.
Hello, I'm Ria and I'm glad to be here. Well, I am aware that animal control exists to run adoption and shelter programs to take care of unwanted animals and to find them homes. But animal licensing enables identification and aids in the recovery of lost pets. And animal control also helps in enforcing rules requiring immunizations and human care, as well as leash regulations and investigations into cruelty. Animal welfare. Animal care, animal husbandry, and humane treatment are additional phrases that describe what animal welfare is. Animal welfare refers to the condition of the animal. Taking care of an animal's emotional and physical requirements is essential to protecting its well being. Personally, I am absolutely opposed to animal testing. Animals still suffer in many laboratory settings used for animal research today, making it possible for testing on animals to be cruel by definition. Laboratories employ sedatives, anesthetics, and painkillers in an effort to lessen the discomfort, although animals are still subjected to poisons being forced up their noses, forced down their throats, and injected into their bodies. They are often also drip fed into their eyeballs. They suffer from drug addiction, forced exposure to harmful chemicals, maternal deprivation, deafness, blindness, burning, staple wounds, and viral infections. And I'd go against that again and again. I also believe that the greatest threat to both wild and domestic animals globally is human overpopulation. The fact that there are currently more than 7.7 billion people on Earth, which makes anything that humans do to use, torture, murder, or relocate animals worse, is due to this. Take deforestation as an example. Serious environmental issues like deforestation frequently persist due to a lack of awareness and education about the issue. The quantity of deforestation may be decreased by teaching people about the consequences of their behavior, such as the use of palm oil, as Manal previously stated, or you can also inform your relatives and friends of the actions they may take.
Thank you, Ria. I appreciate your answer. If you want to learn more about animal and environmental welfare, you can continue to listen to my podcast. You can also contact me at awildjourney503@gmail.com. Make sure to visit Manal and Ria's podcast and learn more about yourself and how you can help people. Thank you and goodbye.